let's have a look at the very first bar now. So you need to line your fingers up, like I said, fingers 1, 2, 3, buttons 3, 4, 5. Okay, and put your thumb around the back of the treble fingerboard, or you can put it on the edge if you prefer. I would strongly urge you to refer to my earlier videos if you're in doubt about any of this. What do? I put my thumb around the back and my fingers curl round onto those treble buttons. So I'm talking about the right hand here, okay? So we're going to find that E, because that's our first note. So button 3 on the pull, and we're going to play this. The counting is 1, 2, 3 and 4 and. So that's crotchet, crotchet and then 4 quavers. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and. With this type of instrument, you do need to exert some pressure when you're pushing and pulling. Without going absolutely crazy, you do need to, pull with some force without being ridiculous. Otherwise the notes won't sound properly. But the bellows should hardly move. So be positive with it without going completely over the top. So 3 notes on the pull, 3 E's, and then you go to the button below, which is on this instrument button 4, finger 2 push, and then hanging on to that button so you don't have to repress the button, pull out to get the next note, which is G. So you've got pull, pull, pull on button 3, push, pull on button 4 to get F sharp and G, and then return to your first note, the E, finger 1. Now, when you play the F sharp and G there on the same button, push, pull, so just press the button once, but use the bellows to sound the second note. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and. So that's your tune, that's your right hand. Let's have a think about the left hand now. And it couldn't get much more classic than that, could it? It's the E bass, E minor chord, E bass, E minor chord, pa, pa. So the E bass is button 2 inside row on the pull, and just above that is the E minor chord. You'll use finger 2 on the E bass and finger 1 on the E minor chord. And the way we number our fingers, we don't count our thumbs. Okay, so the index finger is number 1, this is both hands. The middle finger is number 2, the ring finger is number 3, and the little finger is number 4. So how do those basses time with the right hand side? Well, when we play our first note on the right hand side, the E, we play the E bass. When we play that second E on the right hand side, we play our first E minor chord. When we play our third E on the right hand side, we play the E bass again. Then we play an F sharp without playing any basses. When we play the G, that's that note on the pull, you play your E minor chord again. And when you return to that final E note in that first bar, there's no bass. So the bass is going time with the beats of the bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. So listen out for the basses as I play that bar. So this is what we call very much a pull bar. So when you do that note on the push, that F sharp, that one there, make sure you haven't got any basses sounding, otherwise you'll have an A bass. You'll get that, which will be an A bass, because you'll be in the wrong direction. So make sure you've lifted. What you need to do in general is keep your basses nice and short and detached. Staccato we call that. So if I count it in with a 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and. Now because you're starting off with a pull, in fact 3 pull notes in a row, you can more or less have your bellows closed to start with. So that's your first bar complete.